I show you beat me to it. Phil, you beat me to it. Why did you do it? Because I was about to mention with the Creole mixing and people in American cousins stuff. Okay. All right. You already know. You heard the weekend. I saw it on. I saw it on. Who did I see it from? Was it Lovey T first? No. I saw it on 99 Box. Okay, on their Facebook, and I was shocked. Kevin Gates mentioned being buffoon and cooning on national on Instagram. Yeah, and the pussy was so good, acting all ghetto, and just get on my nerves, and tattoos all over the place, like a dog on town. Shoes, shoes. Anyway, anyway, I'm sorry. He gonna mention that he had sex with his cousin. I would never told nobody that. I would never told nobody that. Why would you do that? But it would feel, if you saw the Bio Show video, I was about to talk about that. He stole it. Phil reasons he must be a dark skinned Creole. It's to my Phil because I'm mixed with Creole. Okay, you heard me talk about it all the time. All right, let's make a history lesson. Okay, due to the one drop rule, because Louisiana there was a lot of mixing. Okay, um, not every white person, particularly the French people, was for slavery. There were people who came out of France. I'm talking about. I don't know about the Cajuns. I heard they was a little racist, but um the what the heck is wrong? I got my alarm clock on. Hold on for a moment. I wish I could pause this thing. Oh, okay. And it's not even. It's not. It's not about 8 o'clock right now. But I haven't set up because we had the lights go off in my apartment. Shut up. All right, back to the subject. And good thing my phone dead right now, cause I ain't got time. All right. So during the slavery time, some of the French men, our French ancestors, would marry because it wasn't too much a WASP. It wasn't a Louisiana was not a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant state. It was mostly French white Catholic state. Okay, it was Spaniard because the Spanish was there first. Then the French took over them. Okay, and the Cajuns, came from the French Canadians came down here, escaped the religious persecution up in um in Canada. That's where the Cajuns come from, the Canadians. Okay, French immigrant men, and this is what a Creole woman told me. She said, because you never heard if anybody from Texas, because many of our ancestors came out of Louisiana and mixed with French. Will say, "Oh, them crazy Frenchmen." Those who are quote unquote black identified and say they're not mixed with French. Okay, all right. Some of them 19 all because we have some family members. Now will say that now. Excuse me, you got French in you. Remind them about the older ones. Anyway, point is that term came from white Anglo-Saxon people. The English descendant guys, you know what I'm saying, that came from the Pilgrim and all that stuff, been here for a long time. Okay, yeah, they're slave black folks. Okay, because they saw black people as property, and of course, it was rape and all other. So some was intermarried, like not intermarried, but consensual sex, should I say? Like for example, Thomas Jefferson situation, Queen. But in Louisiana, the French men would go to a slave auction, buy a slave, let a slave go free. Men of love, including the German men too, immigrant men who love black women and mulatto and triracial women, black, white, Indian, those type of women, and they will marry them. And up north, where they had more Anglo-Saxon influence, north in Louisiana, when the Anglo-Saxons came over there, and it's even it's a culture clash with those who are French, Cajun, or white French descent in Louisiana, and those who actually it's a culture clash between those two. Well, the white Anglo-Saxon up north said, "Oh, them crazy things, what they doing? Marry," I know they were saying, I went ahead and said, "Marry them nigga women, blah, blah, this, and not slaving folks like we do back in here." Okay, that's exactly what they were saying up there. And so, because they was against, the Frenchmen was against slavery, and they was not for that. So that's why we had the free Creoles of color. Remember, there was Cocoa black people, but it was mixed, actually, um, who were free. Who owned businesses in New Orleans and Lafayette and other places. If you go to FrenchCreoles.com, you will learn more about our history. And in Houston, I think next month during Black History Month, we want to have a Mardi Gras, because last year was the first time having a Mardi Gras here in Houston, and also too the first time us having a French Creole um, festival. Okay, we had a French Creole, but it was a different. What was it? French Creole Festival. We had French Creole Festival, but it wasn't as big. It was Houston Creole Festival. Yeah, and with the Mardi Gras together. So it was the first time having that. If they had been French Creole Festival, it wasn't like that. And I didn't get a chance to go because I had some problem happened to me that weekend of February 1st of last year. Trust me, I wanted to go. I had a free ticket too and everything. Um, but what happened was I don't know how they talked to the church about marriage because when the interracial, President versus Ferguson really orchestrated the one drop rule in the 1920s and stuff. It was before 1920. Yeah, sure it was. So it was like after it was during Reconstruction, then prior to Jim Crow laws. Um, they used a one drop rule. Read about President versus Ferguson. Was on the train. He was looked more white, and he had black ancestry, and he was Creole, and he was in a white seat. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, that's why they made the one drop rule. Was besides that, before after slavery was ended, and they had the anti mixing laws that you can marry a white person, although the Italians and Irish, because remember they wasn't hardly considered white until later on, um, in a marriage with the French Creole people and German. It's shocking because look, I say Louisiana is a different country compared to the South. Okay, Jim Crow was there, but prior to that, there was many people who looked white went up north and passed. That's why I say that I'm not shocked that Michael Jackson has mixed white kids because he not didn't have white DNA, which of course many of us I do too have white DNA, and you can have children with even if I got with a white person, I wouldn't try to my kids came out looking white either. Due to my gene pool and their girl's gene pool, the white woman's gene pool. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shock. Um, and Eartha kids, she's part white, but still Eartha kids came out white, but still, um, many of them passed, but as they could not marry because and there's a shocker too because the people that were married inside mixing, have children sleep inside and marry their cousins was because they wanted to preserve. And I'm not making excuses, but you imagine yourself and living 1920s. Okay, this is before the civil rights movement and all this other stuff. You wanted to get away from the oppression. Okay, um, and you've been picked on by the KKK, knocking, you know what I'm saying? You can't, because remember, the first black colleges went out to those mulatto people who were descendants of their white slave master. It's actually true. Um, it was his light skin, whatever. I don't know what's considered light skin, dark skin, because a long time ago, dark skin was not camel, it was dark brown. Okay, and I stick with that. But back in the high yellow was versus those who were much lighter than I am. And, you know what I'm saying? Those who looked fair skin, should I say? We probably say that fair skin, olive skin, whatever. Okay, and that's why we had the Blue Vein Society. And the Creoles were not the first person who made the paperback. The black light paper was not really brown paper. Light brown paper got a test. Okay, there was practice in other uh Cocoa black societies, colored Negro societies, but they're racially mixed. So it was that many people wanted their children to be light bright near white, in order to have more privileges, more um. And I'm not trying to talk about Kate. Why I keep saying Kate? Kevin Gates situation, but he's from Louisiana, okay? So what happened was they couldn't marry a white person, okay? And they did marry somebody that was light skinned, or very extremely light skinned. That was fair skinned and straight hair and wavy curly or in light eyes, whatever non-Negroid features, that their child might come out more Negro because of their DNA. Two high yellow, two fair skinned people can't make a dark brown skinned child. Okay, so they want that to happen. So some people, not all Creole people did this. Let's get this straight. But those who went to that color struck system would get a third, second, third cousin and marry so that gene pool can stay in the family. And this was going on a lot, and not all the time. I mean, this is not all Creole people. This is for a second because we heard about, but remember, my Creole people came from Louisiana and intermarried for people of African descent here in Texas. Okay, so I'm a Louisiana Tex. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's how, so they didn't have to marry no cousins and stuff. They came over here and they married dark brown, whatever type of color. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't a big thing to them. But that's where the that practice came out, and like Philip would say, his grandmother taught him about that, and other people, and even when he went to his wife, they went to the doctor from the advice show. I mean, I had my own script. I don't script anything out. I have my own script. I want to do the Gates, Kevin Gates, but I was about to mention it, and he just stole my tongue. He stole my. Phil, I'm gonna get you to playing with you. But point is, that's where the colorism came in. Like in South Carolina, they had to pay a bad test, a light paper brown test, light brown paper, and then they had the comb. You know, I don't know how they got by with that comb because they had Man C. Walker already made the straightening comb. Okay, and the brother was a brother African American man of descent who actually made the relaxer. Okay, wasn't Master Walker. Okay, so I don't know how they got by with the comb situation. I mean, and Master Walker was very fair skinned. I saw her picture. Okay, so point, and she's from Louisiana. She's from Louisiana too. Goddamn right about that. But they never talk about her mixed background. But that's where the 1920s and 30s that type of mentality came from. And Louisiana, even I have a cousin, a long distance cousin who do have Louisiana roots. Because on the other side of the family, on my dad's side, his maternal, okay, her mother's folks are from East Texas, and I have a cousin, and my cousin have a dad that's because that side is not Creole to my knowledge, because some of these people still keep you be shocked. Oh, we remember that too. You know what I'm saying? These older folks do. So I'm going about we'll talk about what I mixed with black, French, English, and American, but on that side it's not Creole. They never talk about that side, but they did talk about people looking white on that side of the family. But anyway, point is, my cousin have a dad that's lighter skin, and she about my complexion, and probably a little darker, but she's not dark skinned. And she was telling me when she went to Louisiana, her cousin, her dad's side, was trying to talk to her. I don't live here. You better get away from me. I don't play that mess. So that's where their ancestors come from. I don't know what the color of the skin tone was their brother was that was doing that to my cousin. She told me that, and I don't, you know what I'm saying, that's her business, but you don't know her name at all, whatever. But still, that's what, yeah. And for example, we go ahead and bring up somebody that's white in this situation. I speculated his speed was mixed with people, but that's a different another subject. But remember, babe, hit me, baby, one more time. And anybody watch the video back in 98, 99, so many times when Carson Daly was bringing the video like it was like overly, what's it called? Total Request? A Total Request Live? Yeah. TRL. Okay. Carson Daly brought up, he said, why Because remember the white dude that was in the video when she's singing, "Oh baby, baby." Remember, he was sitting in the seats, okay, and and she was sitting in seats, and was she sitting in seats, and he was playing basketball, and he was the only one, she was the only one there, and they said that was her cousin in the video playing her boyfriend in the video, baby, one more time. And I said, and we, man, what's up, my cousin? You know about the Louisiana situation? You know what I'm saying? I heard about that as well. So cousin marrying each other and all the other stuff. So I was like, she from Louisiana, British from Louisiana, okay. But I would if I was family and I had my cousin, my female cousin playing my girlfriend or wife, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where that came from. So it's not so back then. It's not to me, but let's go back. So we just did the history lesson about that. I just want to put it there. Not every Creole that was high, very fair skinned person did not do that type of thing. Okay, not everybody married their cousins and stuff like that. You know, like I said, my folks from Louisiana, both my great great grandmother and my maternal grandmother, paternal grandmother's dad's side, who looked like white when she was part English, part black. She came from Louisiana. Okay, my my grandfather, who was dark skinned, who mixed with Creole. His parents came out of Louisiana. Okay, and he was Creole and Indian. And my grandma on my dad's side also mixed with Indian Choctaw, because the great grandmother that was part black, part English from Louisiana. Her husband's Choctaw Indian. That's my grandfather. Anyway, and then my mother's my mother's mother. She was a dark skinned critic called McGeechees. That's the side of the family would call themselves. And they Louisiana, so I ain't hear about a mixed marrying her cousin. I ain't hear about that either. And then my great grandpa Red, he's still living. My great grandfather, my mother's grandfather, on her mother's side, his grandfather like a white man. And his family, they said he was essentially born in Texas, but he didn't. They said his family from Louisiana. He's 3/4 white from French. So they came out. Which point is, nobody never heard about it married no cousins. Okay, so let's get that straight. Okay, but they came to Texas and married some other people here. Okay, okay, that's my point. But the Kevin Gates, I would never tell nobody that I slept my cousin. And if I did, if I say if I'm not, I'm a celibate person, I'm a chaste person, so I say, in my actions, I don't go out there looking for sex until I get married. Okay, um, if I did dated my cousin, that's it. That's why I'm trying to. Besides finding out what my background is, I'm trying to find out who all relate to me. That's another situation. Cause I don't want to marry nobody. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, that's kind of scary. Yeah. And our families, people of African descent, have families all over. And plus, if you mix with some other race, it could be the white part or the Native American part. Somebody could be, mate could be married, could be years or whatever, could be whatever. That's how could be or whatever. Point is, you don't want to be related. That's so smart. Suppose it's a brother that mixed with white background, found a white girl, and they both related. They plantation owner. It's kind of scary, okay? But I want to find out who all my relatives are. If they drama, bye. I'm gonna talk to you. I don't care about who you are, whatever it is. I don't want to talk to you. If you drama free, come talk to me. That's what I'm trying to find out. Because you gotta know where you're coming from. You already know where you're going. But I don't want to marry no cousins, and I don't want to sleep with no cousins. Okay, this is really nasty, and that's where Kevin Gates should understand. You should never brought that up, and he think that the pussy's so good. The That lust monster is so nasty, and it's the devil. It's just the devil in the spirit. How in the world, Coco? I mean, it said to be vulgar. The pussy was good after the grandma told her that y'all was related. That don't make no sense. That really don't make no sense. I mean, I'd be like, I'm alone, like that. If I was told that was that girl was that lady, young woman was my cousin, and I'm sleeping with her. That don't make no sense. It messes up everything. By your grandma telling you that was messed up everything, you should abstain and find some other woman. Why mess up something so good? That is completely nasty. I mean, they incest. And I mean, let me tell y'all something. It was a crying, laughing shame. Try to say, and I'm gonna quote what Phil said. Why everybody, incest is nothing to laugh about, especially when you have sexual abuse situation going on and all that other stuff. That's sick. It's hurtful. It's painful if someone goes through that. But these are two, teenagers? How old was Kevin? How old is he? About 20 something? Was they 20 something or teenage? Okay, these are almost adult or are adults who consensually did this, and everybody laughing at them. How it's like a Jerry Springer show. Remember when they had people sleeping with their own relatives and stuff? I remember on Jerry Springer they had two white girls. There was white women. They was the sisters, and they was sleeping each other back in '98. And that show was I was working at McDonald's, graduating high school '97, '98. And Jimmy had these two women on there, and they was both sisters. And they see everybody, why you wrong for that? Everybody boo. Of course I was boo, and everybody laughed at them, talking about they love each other and stuff. You know, and of course, people are gonna make fun of two consensual dummies sleeping with each other and they're related. I mean, it's sick, and I don't condone that. I mean, 'cause I don't want nobody. And I'm sorry, I don't want to. I mean, of course, and I'm scared of that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I love all type of women, and I don't discriminate what type of woman I would like to date and who I want to marry. But it's scary if we both are related to the same ancestor. I'm serious. The same great grandfather. And all. Oh no, that's scary. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, oh, that's scary. And I don't want to have no crazy kids. I'm already bipolar. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand how in the world, um, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Incest. It's just, what I'm saying? Like, Lovey T, I saw Lovey T as well. Lovey T talk about they brought up the cousins, share trash, sleeping with each other stuff. You know what? And Kevin Gates made the South look bad. Because I don't want no female cousin as a mate. I understand the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything with that. There's too many women out in the world for me to date my female cousin or my older sister because I'm the youngest. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't. They're just completely just sick and nasty. Oh, and I mean, and I'm not saying that with the Creole, some, not all. I'm not making my people look bad. Um, did was okay, but you gotta see what type of time frame it was in. Just like, for example, the Edgar Hoover, the sister that found she was related to Edgar Hoover, and he was part black. He wasn't pure. He looked at white and past, and was for the KKK and segregation mess. Okay, well, there's a documentary about that too. And she said, I'm a proud black woman. She's 19, she is mixed, but I'm a proud black woman. She said, but if I was living in that time and I looked at white at the time, I probably had passed for white too. You know what I'm saying? So remember that this is racism was very extreme. So, I'm saying the people who are inbred and did everything else, who did it are shameful of that, and they thank God that Martin King, Rosa Parks, Medgar Evers fought for us to be free, and that type of mess would not be in our mind. But today, there's no excuse to be sleeping your cousin for to keep the color in and all the other stuff. I mean, if someone wants some different shade of brown and all the other stuff, they can always date some other race. And too, you never know. Sometimes a child can come out like an African, even if you do marry outside and they are. Yeah, it's very true. I'm telling you, you can't. One thing about us mixed folks, where we're multi-generational or first generational mixed people, you can't depict what kind of color or heritage we're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? I could have came out dark brown. You know what I'm saying? Could have came out dark chocolate brown. But I came out camera, and my kid can come out dark chocolate brown or high yellow, whatever. That's why and when people call her black fans, we're not pure black. We're gonna have a family here. We had different colors of us all over, hair taste all over, and that's what I'm saying. When I take cosmetology, I said the one my teacher was white, and I said, how can someone say they only do black hair and we don't all look alike? I understand it no was no mixing in slavery days and after and then the other time, okay? But there were. So we don't have the same hair texture. We have the same skin tone, the same eye color. I mean, there would not be no Terrence Howards and no Vanessa Williams out there. And Eric Bishop. Eric Bishop, dark brown skin with green eyes. There was no contact lenses in his eyes. And I have a friend of mine who is mixed with Creole, who is darker than I am, who's dark brown like Bob Phillips' complexion, okay? One is on fire show with natural green eyes. This brother and I, we go donate plasma all the time. I speak and say, hey, how you doing, Creole? But hey, Green Eye, call him Green Eye because he got natural green eyes. No lie, I put my hand on the Bible and everything. Okay? And I even questioned, I said, didn't you mix with Creole? Yeah, how'd you know? I said, because I know some of our people here, because many the Zion features and all the other stuff that it come from Texas too, but there's a lot of mixing in Louisiana. I can't say more in Texas because it was a massive mixing down here in Texas too, okay, in Indian and everything, and then some people could be, I know some people African American who are part Mexican by Mexican women marrying black men and vice versa back in the days and all that stuff, okay. They don't talk about that in history, but it is true, okay, especially in the Valley. So anyway, point is, you know what I'm saying? So you can't. If they want to marry and mix with somebody of different, they can do that right now. You don't have to marry your cousin. I'll be throwing up right now for that. Yeah, okay, but Kevin Gates, he don't need to be doing this, okay, and bragging about it. Yeah, the pussy's so good, man. Okay, and I see why there's a lot of sexual assaults going on. For adultery and everything. I mean, because people have this feel good mentality. Okay, if you want to feel sexually good, get with an adult partner, not related to you, and do. I'm not saying it's okay in God's eye, because it's not. But don't do it to the innocent people in the world, and definitely don't do it to something. Don't. I mean, it's just sickening. But if y'all want, I mean, ugh. So, I mean, you couldn't find a chick, a hood rat down the block and get the sex good. I mean, that had to go that extreme. Talking about the pussy so good. I don't give a. I'm sorry to cuss on this. I'm trying to do right, but I'm not doing too good. I'm trying. I don't give a flying fuck if the pussy was good or not. If I was in your shoes, I'd leave that shit alone. I don't want no sexual. I'd be asking God for giving me everything. I'm sure because I feel shame if I had slept with my dog cousin. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn. I'm from Louisiana, Canada, Houston, Detroit, New York, Chicago, L.A. Shoots. Tijuana, San Domingo, Kingston, Port-au-Prince. I don't give a damn where I'm from. I'm not gonna sit over here and brag on Instagram that I slept with my cousin. That's completely that's some stupid shit. Shoots. I feel shame. I be boohooing and crying. They had to put me a lot of medications on me. Damn. Anybody he was on drugs. I think. Let me ask y'all a question, y'all. Was he on drugs when he on Instagram making this video? He probably smoked some weed, laced with crack or something, and had me, yeah. Why I messed up? I slept with him. I never slept with my cousin. And guess what? I have heard some people that have me not Louisiana, but Texas, who have done that before. And like I told one man, he 20 years older than I am. Show you, he born 59. He born 1959, and I'm not gonna tell where he worked at. And I even asked him because he was some higher, but no, he said I'm not mixed with French. I mixed with Navajo and black. and he was talking bad about illegal immigrants and Asian, the Middle Eastern people too. And I was debating about that. I said, "You wrong for talking about them type of people." And I said, "You wrong." I mean, and black folk were laughing. While we're on the bus, this dude even said he believed in God. I'm like, why would you say all these racist things? He was a Baptist. He wasn't no Muslim, and cause over there, in Iraq, not all Muslims kill for Allah, and kill people, and bomb people, not all of them like that. But he was saying, I'm like, well, if you all this religion, you wouldn't be saying all this stuff and cussing like this. And then too, he said that he said because he heard about some people sleep with their mamas, some dudes sleeping with their mamas, their cocaine stuff. He used to be on cocaine and crack. I think I'm about crack. He did cocaine back in the 80s. He said that messed black folks up. And he was saying that, I know many people said, like, I said, my cousin told me, I said, hey, you slept with your cousin. And he was not French at all, you know what I'm saying? And he actually told me that his ancestors were from the Navajo tribe and stuff, and he was a black Navajo. But anyway, the point is, I'm just letting you know, the incest is going on today. And it has been going on it's been going on for a long time. Um, and even this Edgar Hoover brought up that situation because even the slave master who made the first mulatto child, the mulatto daughter was either raped or forced or seduced from the Edgar Hoover's white slave master's son sleeping with. Actually, that was his sister sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? So his half sister. So that, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, it's very deep. You know what I'm saying? This was not in Louisiana. I think that the Hoover family is not from Louisiana. They're like from North Carolina, Georgia, or something. Yeah. Well, I saw the whole documentary how they found out that he was, after because they was afraid to tell him he was related to him because he was to find out he had somebody kill him. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned that he was part, which is very true. Some people who did pass as white, they married in a white family. If they got exposed, they got killed. But sometimes they will send somebody to kill you for exposed just to build their business out there. Um, which is sad. So it lets lots of hatred about that mixed ancestry, and I think this is sad. We need to. Well, I embrace all my background, but it is not about. I'm read about the Michigan, Louisiana, the mixing, all that other stuff because, like Philip brought up, he took the words out my mouth. I was supposed to bring about Louisiana, but like I said, it's not. It's a lot of people doing say things today, and it was today. And I think back in the day it was more secretive you know. According to Louisiana, was more out there because it was a community, um, elitist community that did this situation so they can have a certain color, so because they couldn't marry a white person. I guess the Italian, the Irish men they want to marry them or something. But because it was Italian men they go to New Orleans and marry the Creole women as well. Because I met a woman who actually was her mother was Creole. I thought she was Mexican. This woman was Creole. She had attitude. She was my supervisor back in time, back in 2003. Her mother was Creole, and her father was Italian. And I started speaking Spanish. She said, I don't speak Spanish. And I said, you don't? You don't speak Spanish? No, I'm not Hispanic. I said, I'm Creole and Italian. I said, oh, I'm sorry, sister. I told, but she had an attitude. Mm-hmm. You gotta try to explain something to her. I wasn't trying to go against her rules. She had an ugly attitude. And I think I got out that song back in 2003. I am so happy I got out that song because I wasn't bipolar then. But I probably pop out and care I get fired. Okay. But anyway, point is, yeah, there was some Italian men who did marry Creole women and also Irish men too. Even not Martin King that I know was Creole, but his grandma was Irish. It's kind of funny. His grandma, white woman, was Irish. On his dad's side, I read about that as well. But and Martin King's birthday, just passed. So tomorrow his real birthday. Then the celebration next Monday. Um, but that's what I have to say. Like I say, and what do y'all think about the cousins? See, I mean, it's sad that, and I'm sorry, I'd be embarrassed if I found out that I was dating and later on having sex with my cousin. It's just sick. Ugh. me want to just throw up. I lose my appetite to hear that. But I think Kevin Gates was on high. I'm sorry, it don't take a good, so I mean, it's sad, and it seems to me we're gonna start hearing speech since the situation has brought up. We're gonna have more secrets out there about coming out the closet about these folks sleep with their cousin. And I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. What would you want to sleep with your cousin for? I mean, this can be said. Who don't? These folks don't have morals. Don't they ain't they moral. These male and female hoes ain't loyal and with no morals. I mean, yeah, okay. It's just completely. And let me get out of this. And I'm about to go do another video about the George Zimmerman white woman snitching on George Zimmerman. Go ahead, my white sister. Let me talk about that. I'm glad he got cuffed up. All right, bye bye. Have a nice day.